Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
No, in hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. Won by the Toronto Raptors.
Play some D, play some D.
From the outside, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Done. To Wendell Carter. Otto Porter missed his first. That one goes.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Jaylen Brown. Flushes it home.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Stop the ball, stop the ball.
Levine to Porter. Levine to Chris Dunn.
Watch that back
From long range. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good. And scores at the rim. Jay, good luck recovering from that.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Levine to Porter. Trying to cash in. Otto Porter. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Mixing things up. Hockey lines. Levine throws it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Into the front court comes Collison. Leads just a point.
On your left, here he comes.
Shot from the lane won't go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Collison into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Chris Dunn. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Brown into the front court. 2-point advantage. Easy path to the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Levine.
Watch that cutter. I got the cutter. Watch the cutter. Watch the cutter.
To Chris Dunn. Won't go.
Hey, let's go.
To Jaylen Brown. And count the basket inside.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Collison to Zach Levine.
Screen.
Working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Hands up. I got him.
To Jaylen Brown. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Collison to Levine. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors.
I got him. Here we go.
And counted at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Collison's shot won't fall. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Good. A 3 at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. That'll do it for the first half. The Raptors in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Raptors are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Bulls are in need of some change.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
To Chris Dunn. Levine to Wendell Carter. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Be alert.
Screen coming. Porter picked up by Patrick Patterson.
Hand up, hand up.
Shot from in close, no good.
I got double.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Now whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Chicago as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Serge Ibaka able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And a throwdown.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. Porter up against Patterson.
Hey, you gotta take that.
Lets it fly from long range, and Otto Porter, no one in his zip code, knocks down the three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
It's good, and one.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Bulls with the basketball. Thomas to Wendell Carter. Knocked loose. Fires the three, and it's rejected.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Has a chance, and it's Hart there to clear the rebound. Thomas with the basketball. Down by 15. To Josh Hart. Beyond the arc for three. Cleaning the offensive glass. To Josh Hart. Wendell Carter powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his... Chicago possession.
My ball here. My ball.
Screen coming, screen coming.
takes stock of the floor. The rebound comes down to Toronto. Patterson picked up by Jerebko. 4-3. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Works it up top. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
Watch back cut, watch back cut.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Chicago with 4 to shoot. For 3, Wendell Carter can't get that one to go. The defense all over him. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. It's the Raptors with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Raptors put on a show in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.